Middlesex's dreams of reaching the last 8 of this season's Friends Life T20 ended as they were beaten in their final game, losing to the current holders and favourites Hampshire by 8 runs at the Ageas Bowl. Hampshire batted first but lost danger man Michael Carberry to the 8th ball as he mistimed a hit off Kyle Mills to be caught by Neil Dexter. Alas, the over still wasn't a cheap one in spite of that wicket. By the end of it, new man Jimmy Adams had found the boundary 3 times to race into double figures as 22 runs came off the opening couple of overs. Gareth Berg, second over, the 5th of the match, was also hit for plenty. Adams had started it with another 4 before James Vince claimed 3 more boundaries, all of these coming off successive deliveries as Middlesex's early hopes were being dashed by this pair, who'd helped the total along to 57 for 1 after only 5 overs. It was not the start that the Panthers wanted. But Mills struck for a second time in the 6th over, Vince lofting the Kiwi to Dexter in the deep to go for an adventurous 28, which had been made off 17 deliveries. The run rate slowed up for the next 4 overs, but Adams got it rising again by driving Ravi Patel sweetly over the bowler's head for the first 6 of the match. The Royals had reached 89 for 2 at the halfway stage, but lost Adams for a 29 ball 43 at the start of the 11th over, Ollie Rayner with the LBW. The Panthers had pulled the game back well, with Hampshire on 95 for 3 after 12, only for Sean Ervine to have one of his better days. After that 6 off Dexter, the Zimbabwean took 2 4s off Adam Voges before laying into Dexter again with 2 more maximums in an over, which cost the Middlesex captain 19 runs. They were powerful hits by Ervine, who appears to have a good record in this competition against Middlesex. He cleared the rope for a 4th time in 23 balls in the next over. Patel the man to suffer this time, as Hampshire were finishing extremely strongly. They are a phenomenally powerful T20 outfit with all bases covered. All-rounder Ervine's 3rd 4 to go with those 4 6s took him to a 50 off only 26 balls. And he hadn't finished yet, as he and his rather more docile partner Neil McKenzie ended the innings with more boundaries, which was just about taking the game out of sight of their visitors. They closed on 190 for 3 from their 20 overs, Ervine with 60 off 34 and McKenzie 47 off 37. Chasing that down required a rapid start, and Paul Sterling aimed to give his side that with an early 6 off Dimitri Mascarenhas. The Hampshire skipper is normally very mean with the ball, but his first 2 overs went for 25, with Sterling his major threat. So it was probably with some relief that the Irishman was out at the end of the 4th over, with a stopped drive off Chris Wood which carried to mid-off. Needed to keep up the momentum, Adam Rossington was in at 3 but came and went in a flash, uppercutting his 3rd ball to 3rd man. Darby Milan was out in the same over, the 6th, gloving a pull off David Griffiths behind to depart with his side in trouble on 46 for 3. But with Owen Morgan in, anything is possible, and after bedding in, he whipped Danny Briggs over square leg for a maximum. Wani followed up with a 4 as the Panthers got to 78 for 3 after 10, needing another 113 from the next 10 to stay in the competition. Morgan found some good support in the form of Joe Denley, who helped add 58 runs in 7 overs before Middlesex were pegged back. That was because they lost Morgan in the 13th over. On 29, he was outfoxed by Briggs' quicker ball, which he could only chip to Adams. 72 were now required off the final 5 overs, and then, crucially, Voges was stumped off Liam Dawson for 9. It looked all over, but no one had told Denley that. He helped take 15 off that over with a crunching 6 off Dawson to leave 57 to get off 4. 10 came off over number 17, and then Dexter hit Wood for a 4, and this maximum of successive deliveries to just about keep his side in with a shout. Alas, he was out next ball, this time slicing his shot to be held by Dawson in the deep after making a speedy 16 runs. Now 33 were wanted off the last 12 balls. Take 6 off that at the start of the penultimate over as Denley smacked Griffiths over the ropes to reach his 50 off 34 balls. He still had his eyes on the prize, even if it was still just out of reach. Or was it? The over was ended with another big hit, which left 17 to get off the last over, something which has been achieved many times before. But not here. A 6 and a 4 were wanted off the final 2 balls, and Denley edged Wood behind for a brilliant 67, which at least made the Royals rather nervous towards the end. Middlesex finished just 9 runs short, ending on 182 for 7, a very good effort to a difficult chase. Worse news followed that Surrey had beaten Essex, which meant that a win would have been enough to keep this competition alive. Sadly, it was not to be, and now Middlesex have to get their heads back on track for an important final couple of months of the summer.